welcome everybody. How are we all going today? I am so happy and proud and pleased to be with you on this Find You Friday. Oh my goodness, how has your week been? If you're tuning in across the world, I'd love to know, what is the temperatures for you this week? There's been some really wacky, crazy temperatures out there, hasn't there? There's been minus degrees down in Mount Gambier for us here in South Australia. And then we've got, goodness gracious, we've had, 30 to almost 40 degrees, or maybe just on 40 degrees in the UK. So it's been a really, really weird, interesting, wonderful week. Hi, Melinda. Hi, Debbie. Lovely to have you with us today. Alrighty, so let me just jump across over here just a moment, and I need to make that quiet. Beautiful. Jump across over here. There we go. Yay! How does it get any better? Let me know how things were going for you in the world this week. Okay, just get that up there. Beautiful. And gosh, there's a lot of things that would be really handy to have someone, I love my fairy lights too. All right, that's done now. Beautiful. Okay. Let's make sure that's open and ready to go. It's been a great week for excellent. Nice to hear, Melinda. Nice to hear. Hopefully I pinned that okay. Who knows? Oh goodness. Have you got your cup of tea or coffee ready, my loves? Hopefully you do. Funny story. So I was floating around my other creations, and I was showing a friend of mine my Lorene's Bits and Pieces YouTube channel that I created a couple of years ago. And there was the one with me making lots of bubbles in the bath, in the bubble bath, and it was like, that was my highest performing video out of all of the ones that I created at that time. And I was just like, I was cracking up laughing because it's so freaking cheesy. So if you haven't seen those videos, jump over to Lorene's Bits and Pieces. There's actually some really good, tasty recipes over there. But there was one that's in there with the bath fairy. So if you want to see something that'll give you a bit of a giggle, bearing in mind it's super cheesy, really super cringe. There's like, it took me absolutely ages to do it. But I'm really pleased that I did, because it just still makes me laugh a couple of years later, It's so good. Oh dear. So I just want to double check one more thing. And all right. So I see, Debbie, that you've had some highs and lows this week. Oh, hopefully it's smoothed its way out for you, hopefully by the end of this week. It's one of those things, isn't it? All right, so let's have a look. See. So last week we focused on Australia. We did a reading for Australia in general. Yeah, highs and lows, right? Massive highs and lows. Absolutely nuts. All right, so let's have a look and see. Let's see what's going on in the world. Let's jump over to New Zealand, because I can. And let's just do a general reading for New Zealand for the next, say, 3 months and see how it's going to be planning and like floating out through the next 3 months. There's some interesting things going on in the financial worlds right now. So it's going to be an interesting time. So let's just ask for, a reading for the next 3 months for New Zealand and see what pops out. I do miss my homeland. I haven't been back for, over 3.5 years now, and that's a very long time. I used to go back at least once a year. So, yeah, I haven't been back since February 2019. And I miss the air. I miss because I come from I was brought up from the age of 6.5 in a very small little place called Kākahi, which is just 20 minutes south of Taumaranui, which is on the main trunk line, Highway 1. Yeah, way too long, but it is what it is, right? And I also don't get that I'll be coming back for a while longer yet. I get a sense that my next big overseas trip's actually going to be to Canada. So that's interesting, isn't it? Alrighty. Let's have a look and see. Wow, this is a really interesting reading. So the first one we've got, this is a reading. Oh, really, Debbie? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I went to Taumaranui High School, and for all of my high school years. And so I was there from 1991 through to 1995, 96, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 1991 to 1995, that's what I thought. And, I had some great times there, but I used to have to take the bus to get to school because we lived out in the country, and that took like an hour every day. And, I did stuff like I went to... I did drama club, and I was in the music band for a while, like the concert band, and I loved doing drama and theatre. That was super fun. I even played soccer for a year, one season. That was in my last year of high school. I was in high school when it was still forms. So it changed, I think, a year or two after I left, and then it went to the years. So I was there Form 3 to Form 7. It's showing my age a little bit, isn't it? But well, I don't care. Age is just a number. So for little old New Zealand, we've got Clear Audience, which is about listening to and noticing the loving guidance inside your mind and from other people. And so what I'm really getting from that is be very mindful of the energies that you're tapping into over this next 3 months. Be very mindful and pay attention to those energies that are much lighter, because those are the ones you're wishing that is actually requiring to be tapped into. If there's a lot of energies and words and messages around you or people around you that are super duper negative, just push them to the side for the next 3 months. That's what I'm sort of getting there. The next one is about spreading your wings. So even though there may be a lot of financial doom and gloom floating around for the next month or so, these cards are actually saying this is actually the time for you to reach out, to spread out and start like really believing in yourself and do those things that you've been putting off because you've been a little bit scared to do it. So this is very, very positive reading so far. The next one is that we've got spiritual understanding, which is about bringing esoteric information and symbols, helping you to understand spiritual truths. So again, it's about tapping into those other realms, because those other realms are really helping to assist you right now. Think, A Wrinkle in Time with the quantum dimensions, the quantum mechanic fields, that they are all very much contributing to the growth and the expansion of heart-centered businesses, heart-centered spaces, finances, and all that sort of stuff. So the requirement is for you guys to not be paying attention to maybe the old ways of doing things. It's really time to start using the other realms to their bestest advantage for you. Okay, so this is a reading for New Zealand for the next 3 months. The next one that we've got is to give your kid angel therapy. So again, when I see this card come up, it's often more about, for me, tapping into your spirit team and asking your team for support. And other realms are better than Earth. Interesting point of view, Debbie. What if it's just able to contribute to this realm? What if not? It's not better or worse? Just an interesting point of view, right? So angel therapy is very much more about tapping into your spirit team. They have the capacity and the abilities to move through all the realms with a lot more ease than what we think we do. I'm going to put it that way. So if you have any cares, any worries, anything like that, you can tell them to your spirit team, and you can ask for guidance from them as well. You can ask for a little bit of support and contribution from your team. If you've got a business, before you go to sleep at night, ask your spirit team and ask your business to actually go out and find you those customers to come through, those paying clients to come through and book sessions with you, or make bookings or buy your product or whatever it is that you're into. Okay, so use the spirit team a lot more than what you are. The last card that we've got here is called Gifts from God. And so it's saying that by bringing us gifts from your Creator, open your arms to receive. So this is about receiving. So often we get really stuck in our heads about how things can be done, or, all the steps that have to be taken. But if we just lower our barriers, open our hearts, and boom, receive, everything can come through with a hell of a lot more ease. All right. But while you're sitting there thinking that it has to show up in this particular way, and the team, the creator, the quantum fields are all saying, yeah, but we can go from here to here. We don't need to take these 2 steps in the middle. And you're going, no, there has to be those 2 steps in the middle for me to be able to receive it. No. Be open to receiving all the magic, however it chooses to come. Okay. The other thing that I would like to add with this is it's about becoming really clear about the energy that you are tapping into and creating. Not so much what it will look like, but what it will feel like. What do you wish your life to look like and feel like? Sorry. What would you like your life to feel like in 3 months' time? And start tapping into the energy of what will create what will create the most in 3 months. Grab that energy and go, oh, okay. and allow your body to become the tuning fork for those energies. Okay? So this is very much coming back to that spiritual understanding card, right? So it's about energy and tapping into those energies. So New Zealand, my beautiful home country, you will forever be there. In my heart. Mountain-fed rivers, oh, they're my home. We've got purification, okay? So purification, for what I'm getting from that one, is around it's time to do a bit of decluttering. Get rid of the things that aren't serving you. Get rid of the things, the people that are negative Nellies in your world, the people who are not supporting you. Push them out. Distance yourself from them. If you're somebody who's still choosing to watch mainstream media, push that out. Get rid of it out of your world. Declutter yourself. Declutter your heart. Declutter your barriers. You know, purification for me doesn't necessarily mean, you know, you've got to go on some, you know, juice cleanse or anything like that. It's, to me, it can mean that, but it's also about looking at your environment. Okay, just like purification for us here in Australia can quite often mean the bushfires, the floods that come through. That's actually a time of purification for our earth. And I know that's perhaps a bit of a controversial point of view, given how much it can affect people's lives, their livelihoods, their homes. But it's actually the natural way that Australia works, because it's the only way to open up the gum nuts on the gum trees is with fire. There we go. Thank you, Debbie. I'm curious. It's like I said, there's a lot of financial stuff coming up right now, and I was watching a video from somebody who was talking about there's a possible financial crash that's going to happen, a stock market crash that's going to happen around the end of the month, and they were talking about protecting our super and stuff like that. And I'm just like going, okay. So for me right now, I'm just information gathering. I'm not jumping one way or the other. So yeah, it's fun. It's interesting to look at things from different perspectives. Yeah. Alrighty. I forgot to put this one on. There we go. All right. So not forgetting, of course, if you wish to have an extended reading tonight, feel free to pop in a little baby donation, a nice little exchange of energies on the PayPal, which is there across the bottom of the screen. And to jump back up to Melinda, where in Canada will I be going? Well, I'll actually be heading across to Alberta, Canada. One of my very dear friends lives over there, and I'm really looking forward to just traveling around. But to start off with, it'll be Alberta, and then just seeing wherever else I end up. Just looking forward to going over. I've already had a white Christmas. I did that back in 2009. I did that in Nevada in America. So I don't really require to see snow again like that. Of course, coming from New Zealand, I'm familiar with snow anyway, but it was lovely to have a white Christmas, which was really fun. One of the best parts, seriously, one of the best parts of when I was in Nevada and Christmas time is, you know, in the movies and stuff, and you see the icicles coming off of the drain, the spouts, the water for the what's that called? Oh, my brain has just gone guttering. There we go. So, and you see all the big icicles hanging off all the guttering. It's true. does happen like that. And I couldn't believe it. I was just standing out there going, oh, that's so beautiful. I can't believe it's real. I thought somewhere in my head, I'd thought that that was just made up in the movies. But no, it's true. Debbie, as well as my energy stuff, I'm a chartered accountant. They have been programming accountants for how they can contribute to the Great Reset, not me. They aren't using my skills for their agenda. Fantastic. Debbie, I would love to have more of a conversation with you about this. Like I said, I'm just gathering information right now and looking at things like, because obviously with my super, it's invested into the stock exchange. And the particular thing that came through is to move it out of the stock exchange, put it into a cash investment, or ideally turning it into a self-managed fund. And I'm just like going, I don't know. And so far I've had someone go, look, no, because that's what business does. Like that's what the stock market is actually designed to have these highs and lows. And it's roughly every 10 years. It does a bit of a crash. It resets itself, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I'd love to have a bit more of a conversation with you about that. Melinda, I know heaps of people in different parts of Canada from a course I did last year, and I'm still in. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Oh, hi, Lynn. Thank you for subscribing to my newsletter today. That was lovely. I was like, oh. Gave me a little bit of a thrill as I was checking things out. Oh, thank you. It's actually a combination of two Synergence ones. One's called Team Wicked, which has got a little bit of it's a blue-black. And then I've got Hurricane Red over the top. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you, honey. Alberta is chilly in the winter. Yes. There's another lovely lady over there called Glenise Hughes, and she's got a lovely big acreage out there, and she puts up amazing photos of her acreage in the wintertime, full of snow, and the trees look absolutely incredible. yeah Synergence has a lot of really creative names for their makeup or their lipsticks and their or their lip color. It's not a stick, it's a color. It's funny when you're putting it on there because you got to do this thing where you go you got to wait for it to dry. It's so funny. It's like, don't talk to me, I got my lippy going. I'm drinking Bengal Spice today. Absolutely lovely. I went to craft class last night. Ended up with a little paper cut. Don't you hate that? A little paper cut right here. It's like, are they natural? Love it. You're a oh, thanks. Yes, they're all good. They're good, lots of good stuff. It's vegan friendly. That's a good start. And it's got no nasties or anything in it, which is why I like the product so much. Yeah. Yep. And they last a really long time. So Lip Sense is incredible. Like, and I get nothing. That's why it's so good. It doesn't move. And it can stay on my lips for up to 18 hours. And depending on what I've eaten and stuff, if you eat a lot of Synergence, Lip Sense is the product, but I like Synergence as the brand. Yeah. I have in the past been a distributor. Do you drink that tea every day? No, not every day. I do love it though. I love it. All right, let's do some. Yeah, no smudges. See, nothing. But if you eat a lot of stuff that's really oily, like if you have chips or stuff like that, like hot chips and things, it'll start to take it away from the inside, the waterline. Yeah. yeah, they've got heaps and heaps and heaps of colors, and I have actually got a video in one of my channels, not Lorraine's Bits and Pieces. That's the cooking channel. No, let's have a look. All right, let's do some numbers. Okay, my beautiful ones. I must do a little wee video promo. Oh, I'll get on to that. I can feel Brooks like little promo thing going, like his little production mind going. Aww. I'll put that on a little bit quieter so it's not quite so loud and distracting for you guys. That's lovely. Okay. Thank you, Brooke. Are you going to come get some more water before my water runs away? Yeah, I had to do the sort of the reddy black background today because it helped to bring out the color of my lips. Otherwise, they just look black. All right, Brooke. I know you probably want to jump over and have a chat with Stuffy as well. So, Brooke. Brooke, the lovely, wonderful, amazing, darling Brooke has done a little bit of a promo, a little bit of a donation there. So before we jump to poetry, we may have to do that the other way this week. We'll see. Brooke, what would you like to do? Oh, okay. Aww, that's very sweet of you, honey. And still, are you going to come and get some more water before my machine runs away? Hey, Debbie, do you want a reading? Would you like a reading, Debbie? You'll have to be here really early. I've got a session at 10:30. Yay, Debbie! So a big thank you to Brooke because he just put a little donation in. I put a beautiful, beautiful big donation in. Not a little one. It's big to me because it's big with love. So say a big thank you to Brooke. And I'll do a reading for you. Would you like anything specific or is it just something general? Early tomorrow evening? Yes. We've got jumpy cards. So Debbie, just tell me, is there anything specific? Or is it just general, honey? Okay. Yeah, Balaji and I are going to be doing a double healing on a client. How cool is that? 2 for the price of 2. Not 2 for the price of 1 because we haven't done that. But yeah, both of us doing our magic at the same time on one person. How cool is that? It is very, very, very magical. So we'll get body work done and sound healing done at the same time. I'm really looking forward to it, actually. You're getting a lot of cards, Debbie. It's like, it's still going. We haven't finished yet. Okay. Now we finished? Yes. Thank you. All right. All right. So you got the lovely language of flowers cards, hun. So apparently, we got this one upside down. And it's the only one that has come upside down. It's the very first one of your reading. So this is rebirth, okay? And this is the sacred blue lily. It's really super pretty. So where are you stopping yourself from changing something or birthing something into the world that is that's you've had pondering away back there? Like there's something that is in you. There's a creation, it's more to do with the spiritual side of things, I'm getting. And you're actually, you're stopping it from coming forward. So your team is asking you to stop stopping it, okay? The next thing we've got is education, which is the King Protea, okay? So the King Protea is a big card. So whatever this is you're stopping from bringing forward, it's something you're going to be teaching others, okay? And there's going to be an element of you learning something as well, but it's also because as you know, when we teach, we also learn. That's part of the synchronicity and the balance. We always learn from our clients, and we learn more about ourselves, we learn more about them, and it's really fucking cool. There's something you're meant to be teaching that they're asking you to bring forward, okay? And this thing is going to bring you a hell of a lot of freedom. So we've got the lovely frangipanis. So this, whatever this creation is that is asking for you to allow to come forward, is going to bring you a lot of freedom in your world. They're also saying that you feel very cautious around it. Like there's maybe a little bit of self-doubt floating in, and they're asking you to please let that go. Just let it go, let it be. It's okay. You know, that's just your mind. It's just your ego going badonkers. It's okay. Honor that, but at the same time, don't buy into it, okay? Just let that one go. That's the oleander, okay? Have confidence. So we've got the poet's narcissist, okay? Have the confidence and trust in yourself to do what is required with this creation. And they're really saying, lean on us for support as well, okay? They're there, they're supporting you. Your team is there, it's supporting you, and they're just saying, please just trust in yourself. You've got this. And it feels really big. Like at the moment, I've got hopes and dreams are going off a lot. We've got the implant band going off. It's time to eat your bars run. What else is going off? We've got money, creativity, and creating connections going off. So this is like, it's all over from there right round through to here. So it's like they're saying to you, like, you've got this. You really, really, truly do. But you have to allow yourself to trust yourself. Okay? Whatever this creation is, it has longevity. has a lot of longevity to it if you allow it to breathe, if you allow it to come forward, if you allow it to be you. And this is your creation. This isn't something that you're picking up from someone else. This is something that is uniquely you. Maybe you've intuited it somewhere along the way. Perhaps you've got something that's come through in the dream state, and it's asking you to write it down, bring it out, give it, birth it, bring it to life, okay? The next one is understanding, okay, which is our scarlet paintbrush. Isn't that a beautiful card? So the understanding of it is allowing yourself to comprehend, if you like, that you are amazing. Understand that. All right, comprehend that you are amazing. Comprehend that you have the ability to bring this creation forward. All right, I'm feeling into my heart right now, and it's like it's just whoa, you know. So whatever this is that you are asking, that you are bringing forward, and that you're holding back, because remember that very first card was inverted, which is rebirth. Okay, you're going to have to be different. You're going to have to approach this really, really differently. Okay, and that's part of this understanding part, is that you have to allow yourself to just go with the flow on this one a lot more. The next card we've got is the potential card. So you have, which is the Himalayan blue poppy. So you have the potential. Oh boy, do you have the potential. And stop going into so much form and structure. Okay, let that free. Let that go free. Okay, you got this. And I don't know what it is that you're creating or have created that you're holding back from the world, but please let it come out. It's very much required now. Okay, so required. It's like even just tapping into your business a little bit. Yeah. So we've got nourishing your body and soul using the chocolate cards from Ina Segal. Yeah. This creation is going to nourish you in a way that you cannot comprehend right now. And it's going to nourish you in a way that is going to attract a lot of success. All right. So it's very, very interesting cards for you to get. It's like, All right. One last card for you, my darling. Yeah, exactly. You're not doing it yet. You're stopping it. Which is why it's not there yet. And they're saying, let it come through. Okay. Your yummy card is tenderness. Okay. So it's also, this is saying, allow your heart to breathe. Allow your heart to bring this through. Trust your heart. Trust this. Heart-centered businesses are truly the ones that are going to succeed in the next few years. The old ways of doing things, as you know, are not going to be so successful anymore. And we've been saying this for a long time. I get censored here. Ah, nice. Nice. So yeah, be gentle with yourself over this time and don't stop. Don't stop. Keep being tenacious, okay? Be gentle with yourself, but be strong with your forward progress, okay? Yeah, I get it. I get it. I've got this fucking incredible process called a CJAB session. It's to assist people who have had the jab and, they're having ill effects from it. And it's incredible. It's a combination of 4 different modalities and 21 different processes. And I've had some absolutely amazing results, and yet I can't really promote it. I have to go by word of mouth because you know why. And it's like, it's so frustrating. I see these people who come up in our like Facebook groups and things like the Guardians SA group. And I would love to just go, hey, I can help you. But at the same time, it's not really the place to do that. And also because, it's just so out there, because a lot of people don't actually comprehend the impacts of these concoctions going into their bodies and what it is doing to their bodies. And I've spoken to a lot of different people from a lot of different types of industries about this. And some of them agree with me, some of them don't, and that's okay. But the people that do come from all sorts of different modalities as well, and they are all seeing what I'm seeing. So it's incredibly fascinating, and I'll tell you this one story of this lady. The only reason why she ended up getting them is because her mother is in an aged care facility. And of course, they've got all the strict rules and regulations about that. So she came and saw me after getting the second one. And she sort of was feeling, she didn't feel like the first 2 had really done much, but she came through. She had a session. She couldn't believe just how much energy she had. Because it had affected her energy levels in such a subtle way. And she drinks Kangen water. She has all Kangen water all the time. So the Kangen actually did a really good job of containing the product, if you like. But what I deal with also, as well as the physical stuff, it was the spiritual, energetic stuff that was going on. And so next thing you know, she's up in her business, and she's just made a whole bunch of sales within the next 24 hours. She was just like, boom, 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 boom. And I was just like, that's fucking incredible. That's amazing, right? Then she went and got a booster. And within 24 to 48 hours, she said she felt like her ovaries were being ripped out of her body. Yeah, you're onto it. You're onto it, Debbie, right? Not so much snatching, detachment. Okay. And she said that, and she went off to the doctor. She had scans, she had blood tests. They couldn't find anything wrong except for the fact she was feeling pain. She put up with it for about a week, and then I happened to be up at her place, and she goes, oh, yeah, I've had all this stuff going on. Maybe it's menopause, maybe it's blah, blah, blah. And then she said, oh, yeah, I had my booster. I said, why the fuck didn't you tell me? So she came down and told me, and she came down for another session. She was still in so much pain when she came down and lay on that table. We did the 1.5 to 2 hour session. She got up, no pain whatsoever. She went to the beach. She had a walk. She's had 0 pain, 0 complications after that. And I'm just like, I would love to be able to tell more people about this, but I can't, and it's it's really frustrating for me because it's like people can't comprehend. The people who have often gotten it can't comprehend that there could actually be that level of change. Yeah. Yep. Oh, mate, combining modalities is so required for this particular thing, especially. Yeah. And a few years ago, actually, I started doing a like energetic swaps, and I was doing it with many modalities. I just like, if you know something to do with healing, even if it's just massage, come and you can swap, because it's all healing for the body. And I tell you what, the energy on those swaps days was just incredible. Yeah. Yeah, Lynn, I know, right? I know. I wish it was not that way. And I feel for the people who are like what I see is the halfways that have chosen it, even though they didn't really wish to choose it, but they chose it, Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly, Melinda. So I have seen in male clients, I've seen it move from the arm and through and it wrapping up and around the heart. I've seen it move down into the groin area on males and females, but females more often than not go straight down to the reproductive organs. Males tends to goes to the heart. I've seen clients that have had the P1, the Nova, the Moderna, and also Johnson & Johnson. So I've had all four. And the really interesting thing is the Novavax, which is the one that came out from sort of here, I think. It was the one everybody was like, woo. The really big difference with it was that it was gloopy. The others were all spiky. But if you imagine sort of like really thick sludge, that's what it came across as, which is really interesting. And still, I could get rid of it, no big deal, but it was just like, that's really fascinating. So just reading some more of these comments. Heart and reproductive areas are the main areas, sometimes brain. Yeah, absolutely. People have been operating in autopilot for years, not present, going through the motions. It's how I say, yeah, absolutely, Debbie. Absolutely. And it's only incredible beings like yourselves that are in this chat right now that are like able to receive what I'm saying right now, because we're all on the same wavelength. We all see it. We're the ones that can actually comprehend what is going on. And I feel for those that can't. I've got the majority of my family has been done. And, there was some of them very proudly. And I'm just like going, oh, God, guys. And I just had to let it go. I had to. It's like, what will be, will be, So much pneumonia in the news now, myocarditis. Yep. And even when I was saying at the start of the show, talking about the UK, and I saw I saw this news report of they're saying in the UK that temperatures overnight over 20 degrees is going to cause the blood to thicken. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, over 20 degrees is our normal here, and we don't see our blood thickening. The only time that happens is when we die or if we're really severely dehydrated. But also, what an interesting way to take what is happening with the and blaming it on the weather. Oh, it's the hot temperatures. That's why your blood's thickening. Yes, it's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. It's just incredible with the way that their marketing system is working right now, right? It's absolutely bonkers. I'm astounded, and I actually find it really funny. These moments where I just go, if you don't laugh, you're gonna cry, right? If you don't laugh, you're gonna cry. All right, Lynn, thank you so much for the donation. It was nice to have a chat with like-minded beings for a moment. Thank you. I've been around this week a lot of people in my renovation work that I do. Oh, apparently, Lynn, you want a different deck of cards. That are very much on that train, and I'm just like, just walk away, go do some more sanding, go do some more painting. Thank you for the money. I'm grateful for you. Okay, hang on, sweet pea. Let me have a look. Okay. So all right. Cool. Gotcha. Thank you for the nice big message. Okie dokie. That would be beautiful. I'd love to do a more in-depth session. So when people do my online sessions, they get often cards, and they also get healings. Like we take, because I have theta healing as part of my modalities now, so we also do a lot of work with that, as well as the other modalities I have that I play with too. So quite often the healing sessions do happen up in the 7th plane. I have a lot of tools that I use within my sessions, my online sessions. And of course, now that I've also got the good old Diploma of Holistic Counseling, which is the awesome piece of paper to prove that I already do what I do. Yeah, theta is awesome. Absolutely incredible modality. Very, very quick. Very gentle. So yeah, those online sessions being the price that they are at the moment is absolutely ridiculously cheap. But I've done that because I know that it's really required right now. Oh, thank you, Kirsten. Kristen. It's been a while since you've had one, babe, and they've changed a little bit, but they're still amazing. I agree. Okay, to start off with limbs. All right. Okay, pop that one up there. Okay. So if you do wish to book in a private session with me, it's just the online session. Let me grab it up while I'm thinking about it, because I'm likely to forget. There we go. And I'll pop it in the chat here, and then you guys can tune into that if you wish. Cool thing is like there's a booking system that is up on my website so that you can pick the time and the day that works for us both, because if it works for you and it's on there, it's available. So that's the best and easiest way to do it. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah. Okie dokie. Okay, Lynn. We are using the Celtic Spirit cards. So these are really pretty cards. I love them. They are still new to me, but they are cards that I've been able to just, plug and play immediately. And while the book is amazing for bringing through extra little bits and pieces, which you can go through in a private session, for this reading, I'll just keep it fairly quick and simple. So first of all, we've got the herbalist, which is herbs, medicine, and healing. And I'm getting very much the healing side. So this beautiful woman is really asking you right now to continue on with your healing journey, okay, and tapping into those energies of earth, being that it's to do with herbs and medicine, healing of your body, but also others. You've got some pretty amazing capacities there, hun, and they're asking you to acknowledge them to a greater degree. The next one we've got is the Weavers, which actually came out upside down. So that was reversed, okay? And the Weavers is to do with fate, manifestation, and decisions. So that being upside down means that you're blocking yourself a little bit, okay? Don't let the comments of other people make you doubt yourself, all right? The message that you have for others and to inspire others, when a spider creates their web, do they think about what other people will think of their web? I don't think they do. And even if somebody comes along and destroys their web, because the other person, like us lovely humans, have decided that that web is in our way, which is very similar to when people make, horrible comments to us, does the spiders let that stop them from creating webs in the future? No, it just gets out there the next day and makes another one. Okay, so that's pretty much what they're saying. Don't let anybody else stop you from creating your own life and sharing your message, okay? It's the manifestations that you are creating right now can come through with a lot more ease if you allow yourself to do that, okay? The next card we've got is Gwyneth. And she is the mother, nurture, and present. So be really nurturing to yourself. If somebody comes through and says some pretty shitty things to you, send them love, because that's more to do with them than you. All right? They're obviously a little bit intimidated by your message, and it's time for them to go their own way. If what's required is for you to, send them on their way with a happy little defriend and a block, feel free to do that. It's okay. You're allowed to. All right? You don't have to put up with that shit. Think of a mama bear. Would a mother who is protecting her children just allow, even another bear to come along and take her kids? No. She's protecting them. So this mother energy is around not only nurturing you and nurturing your message and nurturing your healing that you are doing and giving and creating for others. It's also about protecting you and protecting your message and saying to those other people, fuck off. You can have your interesting point of view, that you've got that point of view. I don't have to have that in my world. Take that over there. Thank you. Right? So that's about allowing that inner goddess to come out, to fire up, to allow her to come forward. Time to do that. You have a huge amount of wisdom, and there is great potency and power with that wisdom. And the wisdom and the power and the transformation that you are able to create is very, very potent, right? Yeah. I like swearing. It's great. The many a times when I was not working for myself, where I was in my last year or two of working for these people, and the number of times I swore in my messages and then had to delete and then rewrite it so it wasn't swearing. Because then I'd get told off for speaking impolitely. Bleh. Whatever. So yes, the wisdom that you have is something that is very much required right now. There's the wisdom and the potency of that. There's the wisdom, power, transformation, right? The transformation that you can create with the wisdom you have, especially in the healing sector, is much required right now. And don't even let anybody fucking turn you off it. All right? Because the next thing we've got is the dream, which is manifestation plan and B. Okay? So again, that manifestation, that's the theme running all the way through your cards. All right? You are creating something really big. Okay? And the message that you are, the messages that you have to share, the wisdom that you have to share is so big, and it's going to upset people. It's going to press their buttons. It's going to make them go, no, that's not true, because it challenges their belief systems. It challenges their ego. And as long as you trust what is true for you, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks at the end of the day, really. It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what those people who are judging you think. It doesn't actually fucking matter. What matters is what you know is true for you. You know, much like this beautiful fairy sitting on top of that toadstool. She just knows that she can sit there and be totally safe. She's creating her world. She is so fucking happy. Let me see if I can show you. She is super happy. She's dreaming. She's not afraid that the top of the bloomin' toadstool's going to fall off and she's going to fall over. No, she's there. She knows what she's doing. She trusts in herself. She trusts in what she has, okay? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, let me do a couple of little color cards because they're asking to come through. They're a little bit more gentle sometimes. But yes, your team is very much asking you to just trust in you, trust in your message, okay? Don't let the haters bring you down. Yeah. Cool. We've got rainbow, which is connect with spirit and nature. You know, get out there and go for a bit of a walk. If you get anybody that is trying to bring you down, just connect back in nature, because the nature won't let you down. Nature will always have your back. You know, just ground, right? And the spirits in nature, I'm also getting, are you able to go out to some of the bush? Because I know you're over there in New Zealand. So I'm wondering, are you able to get out to the bush at some point over the weekend and maybe go and touch some trees, some of the old trees, and start really connecting in with the spirit of those trees? That was the other thing that I was getting that was really strong coming through just then. All of a sudden, I just saw bush and old trees, and, you know, it was just like, okay, so go, spend a little bit of time if you can over the weekend at some point and go and connect in with them and see what information you get from them, because they've got some messages for you. The next one is pink, which is let love in. So again, it's around that nurturing of self. That's going back to that mother card, and just nurturing, let the love in, let the messages from your team in, let the messages from nature's spirits come through. Okay. Let's do one more card. Hi, Aurora. How's it over in Texas at the minute? How cool is that? We got somebody from Texas. Yay, Debbie. Woo! You can both go on some more walks for me in the bush, because we don't have bush here. We have spindles and twigs. We're scrubbing twigs. Yeah. Okay. Lynn, we've got guidance. Okay. So the guidance that you be, and also that you'll receive from the spirit, the nature spirits, your team, you know, spend some time just breathing in that lovely oxygen that's created from the bush and nature, and it's going to create a little bit more space of guidance for you. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yes, please, Debbie. When you haven't got it around you, because here in South Australia, it's one of the driest parts of the country and part of the driest parts of the continents, and so it's hot, it's dry. We just don't have the water here to nourish that much beautiful bush that you do in New Zealand. And up in Queensland, it's a bit different. They've got sort of rainforesty kind of feel up there, which is sort of close-ish to New Zealand, but it's not quite. There's just something very unique. And actually, when I last went to New Zealand, I was practicing this tool of tapping into the earth. So like just tuning in as I was coming up in the airplane, and I was tuning into Australia, and Australia's energy was very much more masculine and a little bit more acidic, if you like. And then as we went over the water between Australia and New Zealand, because I flew direct from Adelaide to Auckland, the water was neither feminine nor masculine. It was just kind of that nice flowy, which you'd kind of expect from the ocean anyway, but it didn't have a strong feel either way. It was just very balanced between the two. Then as we flew into Auckland and I was tapping into the earth of New Zealand, it was so much more feminine, but strong feminine. You know, that beautiful goddess, like, boom, energy. That was New Zealand. And I was just like, wow, that is so different. Like that richness of the soils, you could really perceive it. Well, I could perceive it anyway as I was coming in and tapping down. So it was this, like, it's why one of the first things I do as soon as I can after getting out of the airport and all that sort of stuff is I take off my shoes and socks straight on the ground with my feet. And if I can, I sit and put my hands on the earth as well. And it's just so beautiful. It's just like my body just goes, you know. Oh yeah. Aussie is absolutely incredible. It's got some really amazing energies, especially South Australia has some really different energies compared to the other states. The only state that I haven't been to yet is I haven't been up to the Northern Territory yet, and I haven't been to Tasmania yet, but I've done all the others. So that's pretty good, eh? Been to Queensland, I've been to New South Wales, I've been to Victoria, I've even done the ACT. Oh my goodness. Just checking over in PayPal land to just see if anybody else has put through a beautiful donation. And of course, they love to keep things nice and secure over there. All right, my beautiful friends, let us have a little drink of water, or actually, bingo spouse. You're so welcome. You're so welcome, Lynn. All right, everybody. Pick a number between 1 and 88, and our first number that pops into your head, not necessarily your favorite number, please. Just one number between 1 and 88, and I'll read the poem that corresponds with that. Bengal Spice is what I'm drinking in my cup of tea, and it's lovely because I leave the bag in there, and I'll drink like half of it, and then I'll top it up with more hot water, and it's still absolutely delicious. Okay, Melinda, 49 for you, my love. Okay. Cool. Melinda, 49. 2 words, my love, my darling, us together every day, living life in love, falling deep, blissfully happy, openly crying, totally unafraid, loving you even more every moment. Yes, Melinda. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I can really perceive that shift with you from last week to this week. Your energy has really, really shifted, and it's so beautiful to see. And the fact that this particular poem has come forward, like often it does mean to do with a lover and all of that sort of stuff, but I'm just getting this is you loving on you, and it is so wonderful to see and perceive. Thank you and congratulations, and I'm really looking forward to how much more your energy shifts when you move into your new job. So yay. All right. Oh, interesting. So you've got 7. No, I'll go with 7, hun. Because if that's the first one that popped up, hang on, 33, but did that last time, then it went to 7. Okay. 33, 7. I'm getting 7. 7 still feels like it's lightest, so we'll go with that first, okay? 8. Again, this is really carrying on from your reading, okay? So it goes, loneliness is something I can't quite explain. It can hurt, make me feel out of it. It's a heavy feeling which is inside my body. It's a part of my mind, but it's being released through my heart. I go all silent. I can't explain why. I don't want to be alone again. You're still grieving, honey bun. It is time though to start moving some of that grief out of your body and doing some doing that healing work. You know, when you do your when you book your session, your online session, we can cover that with a little bit more depth. Okay, so it is time. It's time to let that grief leave your body. It doesn't take away the love that you feel for Barry, but it's time to release your body from the pain. Okay. Love you. Thank you. All right. Aurora, you chose 73. All right. You're going to love this one. It's called Love Addict. My love for you is intoxicating. It makes me feel all giddy, but I can feel it's becoming a crutch by which I'm basing my happiness. Like any addiction, I need to hold it away, to reevaluate it, to only sample it and not devour the whole lot in one gulp, leaving nothing but an empty memory. So, Aurora, what is it that you're using as a crutch in your life where it's actually only required to have smaller amounts of it? Where are you trying to, what gaps in your life, in your heart, are you trying to fill out with something else, but it's actually almost always just required for you to nurture yourself? What pain and trauma are you trying to cover up with this addiction of sorts? These are the questions that I would be asking around this one for you. Okay. Hope that helps. Might stir up some energy. But I would get to and do some journaling. Okay. And just start looking at what that means for you. Okay. Kristen, you got 45. Whew. Thank you, Kristen. All right, I have serenity for you. Two old souls coming together to form one, living as if it's always been this way. Happiness surrounds us like a light emitting from our being. A calm has spread over me, just as the ocean after a storm. This peace I embrace unquestioningly, along with this feeling of wholeness. Wow, Kristen, you've had some big changes in your world, and things are settling down. And it's like there's been a lot of storms. There's been a lot of ups and downs by just looking at this poem. And now it's like things are starting to, you're starting to get your breath back. Okay. That's what I'm getting from that one for you. Cool. Gosh, I'm looking forward to doing your reading and seeing how much more that what that adds onto. I have no idea what you mean with the N word. That could mean anything. Could be nice, could be nasty, could be nudging, could be nuts. Who knows what the N word is? There's a whole dictionary full of N words. All right, my beautifuls. Thank you for playing with my poetry book. And I will now do Oh, Lynn, are you going to make yourself a new Facebook profile? Not hearing nuts. I don't know. Some people are bloody hearing nuts, I reckon. All right. Which cards would you like to play with? Okay. Cool. Oh, actually. No. Oh, you're going to make me do the big dick. Uh-oh. these are the animal tarot cards that I was beautifully gifted for my birthday this year. But to give you some idea, this deck is this big, and say a flowers one is this big. Most of them are about this size. So when your teams ask for this particular deck, I go, oh gosh, here we go, because I don't have big hands. All right, Kristen. It's time for your reading, honey. Would you like anything specific, or you just wish to have a general reading, honey bun? Yes, it's the big one. Okie dokie. Let's see what comes through. Looking forward to seeing how it adds to the through that poetry one. Ugh. And thank you so much for the donation, Kristen. Super grateful. So grateful. So grateful. How does it get any better? I love playing with you all. And I love doing the more in-depth readings. Super fun doing the poetry too, though. So what have you all got planned for the weekend? Just while I'm getting these cards out, I'd love to know what you're up to. I know some of you are going to be going off to the bush for a walk. Right there. Okay. Oh dear, I'm running out of room. Oh, lots of energy. All right. Cool bananas. All right, so this first one we've got is the 7 of Summer. And this is the Maine Coon kitten. And it says, time to stop procrastinating and make a decision so that you can move forward with a priority. If you require to do more research, then do so, but don't overthink the situation and listen to your heart. So the big part of this one is to listen to your heart, all right? So after everything that you've been through, all of the it's like, yes, now is the time. Now is the time. You've done all your growing, or the growth that is required for now, and it's now time to really start moving forward. Like, it's like that nice little space that you've got within yourself of just going, it's now time to just come out of that and come out of that little shell. We've got the 8 of Spring, which is the bee. Look at this buzzy bee. And it says, you've been presented with many wonderful opportunities all at once. While this may feel very stressful, remember to be grateful for the blessings and the heaven sends you, and trust your heart. Okay, so tune into what is true for you. Tune into, again, have a look at that energy of the life that you're truly desiring. Okay, tap into that and then expand that out, and all of these opportunities or possibilities that are coming forward for you that is being talked about in this B card, ask yourself, truth, does this match the energy of the life that I truly desire? If it does not, that's okay. let it go, let it pass on by. Okay, but if it does, then you can look into that a little bit more and see what is required of you to continue to move forward with it. Okay. You're really busy right now. Like, you've got this is so interesting. We've got the seahorse, which is next, which is the Prince of Autumn. And trustworthy, dedicated, protective, funny. This is what it says up the top here. And it says, it's important to make a detailed plan before starting any new endeavor. Once you have that plan in place, you can take immediate action and get as much accomplished as possible. All right. So again, it's what this card is really coming through is that light, the fun side of things, the things that are tapping into that energy of the life that you truly desire. Like, yes, plan that, tap into that, figure that out, sort that side of it, trust it, and keep moving forward. Now is a time of action. We're getting action, action, action again. Next, we've got the Lovers, which is our lovely flamingos. So we've got true and long-lasting love finds its way into your life. Follow your heart and caring actions and choice. Now, this is actually not to do with lovers. This is to do with your business. Okay. Your team is now asking you to treat your business, and I think we may have had this conversation many years ago, around your business is its own entity. Okay, it has its own consciousness and it has its own abilities to create with you. Start treating your business like it's your lover. All right. And when you do that, you're going to create so much more together than if you're trying to dominate your business. Okay. So this, all these action cards, all this here, now be the lover of that, be the nurturer of that, be the empower that energy to move forward. Okay. So we've got the Five of Autumn, which is the manatee. Really cute. I think that's such a cute card. And it says, focusing on the negative or worrying about money or career can block your progress because your trust and faith are at a low point, which is interesting. I don't get that's true, but anyway, it's not the best time to start your own business or become no. Forget that last little bit. That's not what this card is about for you. This is about you allowing yourself to acknowledge those worries or concerns, those doubts. Go, okay, I see you. And now thank you for your input. You can go over there. I trust me and I trust the energy. I trust my intuition. I trust my awarenesses. Now is the time. It's time to keep moving forward. Okay, this is a reminder card just to let those worries and doubts be acknowledged and move. Go. See ya. Or rather not see ya. If you know some tools, which I know you do, you can pod and pock them. You can let them go up to Creator. You can let them go to the universe. You can send them up to your spirit team to take care of. You can write it out, journal it, get rid of it out of your head. Okay? Because every time you go into worry and doubt, you're judging the process and you fuck it up. Don't do that. All right? You're stopping those energy flows. You know, we've done that connection exercise. And remember, every time that you judge any part of the creation process, you stop the energy flows. Okay? Be very aware of where your mind is going and what you're choosing to tune in on. All right? Cool. Next, we have the 9 of Spring, which is the Gazelle. And again, it's an action card. See? So you've worked hard, and what you've created is impressive and worthy of protecting. Annoying challenges may pop up, but don't worry, you'll get through them just as you have in the past. So again, keep moving forward. This is a time for you to keep moving forward. Yes, challenges come up. It's okay. It's reminding you and strengthening you to keep moving forward. All right. There is always going to be, as the beautiful John D. Martini says, there's always going to be the pleasure in the challenge and the challenge in the pleasure. Okay. So figuring out what is your highest values, then you can keep moving forward, because everything can be related to that. Okay. The next card, we've got a couple more to go. So the next card is the 3 of Winter, which is the rose-breasted grosbeak. It's an interesting little birdie. They're so pretty. And it says sadness is a part of life, but you don't have to endure it alone. You may need a little more time to heal, but once you start to work your way through the emotions, you'll be stronger than before. Again, when it comes to business and money and all those sorts of things that we have been imprinted with through our interactions, either from others or what we have observed, sometimes there's a little bit of grief in there, a little bit of sadness, and a little bit of self-doubt. Again, get a little bit of healing done, honey. Allow and bring up those energies, and have, if you can, have a little chat with your business, if you know how to do that and how to tap into your business as its own entity. Start having a chat with your business and look at where those blocks and belief systems might be lying, okay? And maybe stopping you from moving forward with as much ease and grace and joy as what you would possibly desire. All right. So allow yourself that space to acknowledge the sadness, acknowledge the belief systems that are no longer serving you, things that are stopping you. Do the healing work on that, because that's a continuous process as well. The healing work never fucking stops, and I'm sorry about that, but it doesn't. All right. So just allow yourself the space to deal with those elements as they come up. Don't push them under the carpet. Deal with them, heal them, and then keep moving. All right. And the next card that we have is the Emperor. Whoa. So it's a deer mouse, and it says structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role, as you have much wisdom to offer. So again, it's that forward movement. It's that being organized. It's about taking control of your life, being the dominant entity of your life, and not allowing others to sway you too much from your heart, from your soul purpose, your reason for being here. Okay. So allow yourself the space to be the leader of your life. Okay, which I get that you're doing anyway. And that's where that peacefulness is coming in. So just remember, the leader of your life and that peacefulness is one and the same. Okay. Lots of energies for you there, my friend. Okay, we got a jumper. We got journey. I love these cards. So we've got journey. So yes, you're on a very big journey right now. And it's exciting. So exciting. I'm just, this card here, like I can just see this big, massive path that is just opening up in front of you. And it's like, it's not the skinny, windy one that with the potholes and everything that it has been. It's just like, it's all of a sudden it's just gone and there's like lush on the sides, and it's lots of brightness and beautiful flowers and things for you to enjoy. So it's like you're enjoying the fruits of your labor as well. Like all the stuff that you've been through in your life so far has created the lushness for the life that you're creating moving forward. So congratulations, and keep moving forward. Don't let your points of views stumble you. Don't let the points of views of others stumble you, because you're far greater than that. Okay? All righty. That was cool. Thank you, cards. That was big. That was awesome. I've been practicing more with my regular tarot as well, which is really fun. Balaji and I have been doing a lot more work around that. Just really, because as you all know, I love my oracle cards. And the tarot is something that was just, to be quite honest, I was scared of the tarot for a long time. Thank you, Kangaroo Water. But yeah, so I have actually been practicing with my tarot, and it's so super fun. I was very fortunate to attend a tarot course by Karen S. Lee, as she's now known. Yeah, and the reason why were you scared of tarot, Lynn? I'm curious. Is anybody else, or has anybody else been a bit scared of the tarot? What I got was initially that I was scared of the tarot because of probably social media. Well, not social media, but media in general. You know, it was like, oh my God, what do I do when I get the death card? Or the tower card, like, oh my God. And then as like Karen, the other thing that for me that made me so scared of it was they can be so brutally honest. And I found that when Karen took me through some really simple, easy ways of tapping into it, and then of course I learned how to do theta as well, which also helps me do my readings with a lot more ease, and tapping into the intuition and awareness with so much more ease. The tarot no longer was scary anymore, and I see it. I think it really depends on the intention that you have with tarot and reading as well. And I think the reason why they're so much more brutally honest is that there is just so much detail that you can get from a reading when you read it across like a story. And that's how I prefer to read them, you know. So let's have a look. So Belinda says she was, but not anymore. She uses hers a lot. She's a few depths, but heaps of oracle decks. Yeah, I agree. I think the media has very much made them dark, and it's all to do with that patriarchal system. You know, they're too clear. They don't like the clarity of that, because it empowers people to take charge of their own lives, you know. Need it sometimes, and then pop your own spin on them. Yeah, the stories are the best way. Yeah, it's interesting because my deck is this one here. And I'm so glad I have this one, because the pictures are a lot easier to read. Balaji's not got his deck is a little bit harder to see the pictures. It's like a slightly larger deck, but it's still, they're great cards. It's still the same, but it's just slightly different. The death card, yeah. So it's interesting when you look at the difference between the death card and what is it? The death card and I think it was the tower. So the tower is like a fast change and death is slow change. It's like, okay, when you see it like that, it's like, oh, well, that's not so bad anymore. And then there's those other things, like people quite often misidentify an upside down card as being a negative, and it's not necessarily a negative either. It might be just the places and spaces where you're blocking yourself from that, whatever that is. You know, it's not necessarily a negative, you know, and that's always fun. All righty, let's go have a look. Ooh. Oh, Melinda, thank you, darling. Thank you, thank you. Oh, my lordy. I think that's it for tractors. I went to go and have a look at your message to see what it was. All right. So, Melinda, you're up for the challenge, are you? Okay, let's see which one would your team like to work with. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Okay. Oh, interesting. I might have to put a cup of tea order in soon. Yep. 1 second. There we go. Okay, Melinda, did you have anything specific or is it just general today? Grr. Year of the Tiger. Yes. Yes, Melinda, my darling. Thank you very much for your donation. Anyone? Whatever they want me to know about, please. Okay. Amazing. You are all incredible beings. What can I say? Oh, my cup of tea order hasn't been seen yet. I feel like I'm waiting for a menu log. Waiting for the restaurant to just give you that little point of approval going, please, sir, can I have some more? How did I get so lucky to have so many amazing people in my world? You've only got one more week left of this old job. I'm so excited for you. All right. So even I was just asking the teams like how long this message is for. Is it like for the next week, or is it for the next, I'm getting the next couple of weeks. So you've got a lot of change happening between your old job, your new job, and all the other bits and pieces in between. Okay. So it says we've got the sensitivity card coming up. Okay. So you're very sensitive to energies right now. And that's actually a good thing, because then you have the tools to expand out beyond them. Okay, so while you can be sensitive around that, expand out, expand into earth, expand into nature, expand so that you're not being pushed along. Remember, when you're allowing yourself to dive into other people's energies and other people's thought processes and emotions, you're the pebble at the bottom of the river, of the raging torrent of river. Okay, what happens is when you're expanding out, you become above the river and you're just observing. Okay, so let them have their fucking bullshit, let them have their tanties and hissy fits and all the rest of it, because you've made the choice to get out. So they're going to be a bit jealous of that. Don't let it worry you. Okay? That's okay, honey. That's okay. We've got a chakra clearing. So please do some work on your chakras over the weekend. Okay? And just do some breath work and allowing yourself to open up each of those chakras. Okay, using the breath. And you've done loads of healing work and stuff like that. So, and just take note of where you've got any little stuck parts that is hovering around. Getting your solar plexus has got some stuff that's holding in there at the moment. So time to open that up, clear it out, get rid of it, send some unconditional love through it as well. And that will help a lot. And also up here, your third eye, where you're going into a lot of like form, structure, thoughts. Expand that out, let it go. Okay. The next card says breathe. So it's like that. Whenever there is change, it is hard to sometimes remember to just allow the process to move through and just to breathe with it. So spend some time every day doing some deep breath work. Okay, even if it's only 5 minutes, just doing those. Like Wim Hof does some really great stuff if you're into him. But even just like my lovely New Zealand girls who are going to go all out into the bush for me and send me pictures. Also, just spend some time in nature doing your nature stuff and breathing that nice fresh air. Like Balaji and I went to the Botanic Gardens this week, and it was just so lovely to just sit in the Botanic Gardens and just be around by so much fresh oxygen. It was incredible, you know. So it's like really right down to the bottom of your belly. Just do that breath work all the way down. Like even imagine breathing right down to your toes and out to your fingertips. It's just like, you know, breath work doesn't have to be hard. You're spreading your wings. So this is for the start of the week after next. you're spreading your wings. Be really fucking happy about it. And even though that can be really challenging, think of the little birdies in the nest that are just learning to take flight, and it's a bit scary and all of that. It's okay. You got this. All right. The next one we've got is comfort. So take comfort in the fact that you have made the absolute best choice for you right now. And everything that has happened in your current job was perfect. It was perfect timing. It got you up, got you moving. And you can take comfort in the fact that you have learned what you required to learn, or remembered what you required to remember about you, your abilities, your strength, your tenacity, and the fact that you're not willing to put up with other people's bullshit anymore. You have grown so much beyond those abusive, patriarchal ways of doing things, and I'm fucking proud of you, hun. Take comfort in that. This next one is teaching and learning, all right? And I would add to this remembering. So again, just tapping into that last card, you've still got lots to learn or remember, and you've got a lot of change coming up with your new job. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to have to learn, and that's okay. You'll be able to handle that with so much ease and grace. And it's like, just if you're struggling to remember stuff at your new job, just ask, what would it take for me to be able to remember all of this with total ease? I command that to happen right now. It is done, it is done, it is done. And if you remember a pod and pock all the blocks, okay? I'm just like going, people who don't know Access Consciousness will be going, what the fuck is she talking about with pod and pock? You're welcome. If you don't know what pod and pock means, pop it in the comments now. Oh dear. And we've got maybe one or two more cards, and then we'll have the yummy cards coming out. Wonder if my order was seen yet. Nope. Looks like I might have to stick with... Oh, no. Oh, I got a thumbs up. Oh, dear. Yeah, pod and pop those blocks, love. It's like, seriously, it's like menu log. Thumbs up, yes, they've got my order. Woo. I wonder how long it's going to be. All right. Okay, I'm just going to do a little quick read of the book. Just a little quick read. I've got hopefully a peppermint and licorice tea coming. Okay, cool. And all right, this is awesome. So you also got the Sacred Cycles cards, and they are really awesome. So these are also cards that I got for my birthday. These came all the way from New Zealand to me. So we've first of all got the Fall card. Let's see if I can get a good light on that one for you. Here we go. So the Fall card is, I am divinely supported. Okay. And where in my life could I use some support, or who or what can I call on for this? So what I'm actually getting for this for you at the moment is that you are fully divinely supported in all of your choices right now, and all of your what is happening for you right now with all this change and everything. And if you ever feel a little bit alone, or like you feel like you can't, like there's not enough, or somebody's like you're just feeling alone, you're not. Your team is very much around you right now. And as you can see, there's 2 women here, and they're resting on the tree. Okay, so it's like very much saying to you, reach out to beautiful people around you, your friends, to celebrate with you and to enjoy this change with you, and have more of those. I'm getting like almost daily conversations with someone, okay, and allow them to support you as well. So wherever you're requiring, like even if it's just like that little 2-minute voice message to someone saying, oh my God, this is what happened at work today. And it's not from that trauma space, it's from that excitement space of really enjoying being and going through this next stage, okay, over the next week or so. The next one is it's the follicular phase, right? And it is, I am unlimited potential. Thank you, delivery man.
So I just saw your message.
You're faster than menu log. I'm happy about that. So we've got follicular phase. So I'm unlimited potential. And it is your journal prompt for this is, what am I currently co-creating with the universe? How might I expand the vision I have to greater heights? So this is a really interesting card to come through at this point, because it's like there's so much shifting and changing happening in your world, and your team is asking you to seek higher as well. All right, this is not the end. There is more in your business as well as being employed, but there's more in your business that's asking to come forward as well. Okay. And just tapping into, again, I know I've harped on about it a lot today, is tapping into that energy of the life that you truly desire and keep allowing that to grow. Okay. So like she's got the beautiful plant there growing. So gorgeous. I love these cards so much. My soul sister in New Zealand gave them to me for my birthday. I'm so lucky. So lucky. All right. One little yummy card. Which one did I get? I wonder. Because I think I've got 2 of those. I got the Puka one. Puka is a New Zealand brand for those of you who didn't know. Lovely. Imagination. Okay, Melinda. So it's time to be a little bit more creative, right? And allowing those things. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's spelled P-U-K-K-A. Puka. They've got a really good range of all sorts of different types of tea. And I quite often find the New Zealand brands are a little bit more flavorful than some others. So that's why I love them. So as I was just about to say, Melinda, the team is asking or guiding me to ask you, do you write down your dreams, or do you have a book next to you? Like next to your bed at nighttime? Because they're asking you to start writing down your dreams. Because there's some information that they're trying to get through to you in dream state that is, you're sort of thinking it's just your imagination, no, it's these are very important messages that are trying to come through to you right now. So start writing down your dreams and having a bit of time with some dream interpretation. Okay. Yeah, we are. Flavorlicious. That was an amazing reading. Thank you, Melinda. I'm so super grateful for you. That was incredible. I'm just really loving tonight. Yeah, the most important thing to do is to write them down as soon as you wake, or you can do voice recordings. That's another interesting way to do it, but it's having that to just like, if you've got the book and the pen right there, you tend to want to write them more often. It's easier to wrap your head around. Easier. And you're so very, very welcome. Wow, 2 hours, my friends. 2 hours. So we've got people going for walks over the weekend. We've got some nourishing stuff happening over the weekend. We've got, what's the weather going to be like in your guys' parts of the world? I do love that. I like talking about weather. Let me just double check the PayPal. And for the 15th time today, I am not a robot. Oh my goodness gracious. Beautiful. Okay, so has anybody not received a reading tonight of my beautiful people who are watching, all 5 of you? Yes, you can get some of them at the supermarket. This particular one I came through in my care package from New Zealand. But yes, you can get them, because I know my friend Lucy Butler, she got them. She got some of them as well. She's got quite the range actually, which is just amazing. I'm trying to think, which supermarket would she have gotten them from? Definitely not Aldi. I can tell you that much, obviously. It'll be either Coles or Woolworths, I imagine, is where she got hers from. Yes. All right, my beautiful ones. Thank you so much for coming to play. I adore you. Thank you. I have on Tuesday, on Tasty Tuesdays, I have a beautiful guest that is coming on to my podcast on Tuesday for, my goodness, my brain has just gone. So yes, her name is Kate Moody, and she is a counselor. I would call her kind of like a holistic counselor, but she's someone who works with people, women and couples, and so she's a general kind of a counselor, but she just does some really beautiful work. She's got such a soft, kind, beautiful space. She's done yoga teaching. She's done a lot of different things, and I'm really looking forward to talking with her about some interesting topics actually around health and wellness and like spirituality and all that sort of stuff, because when you talk to people who are counselors, they come from that really interesting and different space of, you know, the clientele that they see. So I'm looking forward to that. And that will be at 7 o'clock Adelaide time, which is 9:30 at night in New Zealand, because you guys are 2.5 hours ahead of us. So that is awesome. And then, of course, I'll be back here on Friday for Find You Fridays for some more absolutely delicious, yummy readings with you all. So over the weekend, get out there, do something nice for yourself, be bold, be brave, be you, my absolute gorgeous, wonderful, incredible friends. And as I said before, so freaking grateful for you all coming here and playing and being with me today and having those lovely in-depth conversations that we had around all sorts of topics that just brightens my heart so much, and I'm so super grateful for you all. I look forward to seeing you either on Tuesday or Friday next week, and until then, have an absolutely delicious time. We'll see you soon. Bye.